Hello, good afternoon, everybody. This is your teacher Nelida one more time in another video. In this opportunity, we are going to talk about this pattern, this grammatical structure pattern. It's plus adjective plus infinitive. One word, it's plus adjective plus infinitive. Yeah, we usually have the adjectives with nouns, but it is possible to use as well infinitives next to the adjectives. Yes, now we are going to see this pattern. Now, let's go. Here we have, for example, for adjectives. These are not complete. It's essential. If you get COVID-19, it's essential. We have the adjective essential here. It's essential. We have the adjective essential. Also, if you get COVID-19, it's important. The adjective is, in this case, important. It's better. It's better. The adjective is better. Or it's not necessary. In this case, it's the negative. We have not. It's not necessary. Or you can say as well, isn't necessary as well. It's possible to use the other contraction too. Well, so we have here in this opportunity 2 affirmative and 1 negative sentence. It's essential, it's important, it's better. What is missing here is our infinitive. So we are going to complete these sentences using an infinitive. If you get COVID-19, it's essential to rest. For example, it's important to eat healthy. It's really important to eat healthy. Also, it's better to be isolated. To be isolated. It's better to be isolated. And it's not necessary to go out. Of course, yeah. Yes, we already know what's happening with COVID this time. So, what I am doing with this, what am I expressing with this? I'm giving advice. I am providing some pieces of advice with this pattern. If you get COVID-19, it's essential to rest. It's important to eat healthy. It's better to be isolated, and it's not necessary to go out. Okay, so we can use this pattern in order to provide advice. Great. Don't forget that this pattern has three aspects that you have to take into account. The first one is it's. The second one is the adjective. And the last one is the infinitive. One more time. It's, the adjective, and the infinitive. Okay, this is our pattern. Now, let's continue. As I told you, we are giving advice with this pattern. And you already know other patterns. You may use other patterns to give advice. For example, if you get COVID-19, you should be isolated. In this case, we are using the word should to give advice. If you get COVID-19, you better be isolated. In this case, we are using would better, you'd better. In this case, we are using the contraction of better. If you get COVID-19, you ought to be isolated. In this case, we are using ought to. Maybe you already know these structures, these other structures to give advice. Now you have one more in your repertoire to use. So you can use any of these 4 patterns to give advice. But in this opportunity, we are focused in using it's plus the adjective plus the infinitive. Okay, this is the purpose for this class. Of course, in the real life, you can use these other patterns too. Well, now we are going to practice this pattern. It's adjective plus infinitive. We are going to practice. Now in this part, you may open your books on the page number 89, exercise C, and you may complete this exercise using the pattern. Our pattern, it's adjective plus infinitive. You may stop the video and complete your book. Well, once you have completed your book, you continue practicing this pattern. In this part, what you are going to do is to give advice. In this case, for a broken leg. You must provide some pieces of advice for a broken leg. It's essential, it's important, it's better, it's not necessary. Okay, complete these sentences providing advice for a broken leg. And we continue, yes, the same for a sprained wrist. For a sprained wrist, it's essential, it's important, it's better, it's not necessary. You have to complete using our pattern. It's adjective plus infinitive. It's essential, it's important, it's better, it's not necessary. Okay, now we continue. This is the number 3, and in this situation we have a pulled muscle. Give some advice for a pulled muscle. And the last one. This is the last one. Give some pieces of advice for a minor cut. Give an advice for a minor cut. It's essential, it's important, it's better, it's not necessary. Okay, so you must complete this with our pattern. It's adjective plus infinitive. Okay, so I will be waiting your examples, your exercises in our platform. Thank you for watching the video. If you have some doubts, don't hesitate to ask me. Bye bye and see you in another video.